Hi guys, welcome to new video. So today we have another race from the mode of changed races, and today we'll play as dwarves. So as you can see, I have a pre-recorded game here. As I mentioned in the last video and also the previous one, I have some small problems with the Full HD mode that is sometimes crashes the game. So I think it will be much more safe to just watch replays. Uh, Actually, I think that even the replay might crash in this video because the game was actually played in the non-full HD mode. So if that happens, I will just cut the video and show you the rest of the game without the full HD mode. And also I figured out the format of the videos that I can do in the future for other races, so it doesn't drop. And basically, the only difference will be that I just won't play 12 players, everyone versus everyone, and I will just play something like 3v3 or 3 teams, each 2 players. So there will be less players, the games will be shorter, and overall it seems like if I do it that way, it doesn't make any problems. So that will be the format I will do in the next video. But today, as I said, we are playing as dwarves. I try to maintain the same colors for other players as I did in the last game when we are playing as orcs. So yeah, this should be just a normal fallen. I think this is a normal beast. And here I actually chose as a number 9 player the lizards. And uh, as you can also see, the names of the players are not very hard AI. They are Neop AI, which is very hard in Czech because I have Czech version of the game when I'm not playing the full HD mode. So keep that in mind that the names are changed, but of course it's the very hard difficulty here. As you can see, I'm just making some normal baseline units, the dwarf warriors, and just maintaining the normal amount of villagers, so probably 3 on wood, 10 on gold, and 2 on gems. And here is the first soldier. As you can see, he's not so strong in comparison to the orc warrior, but he's definitely stronger than just normal swordsman, so we should be pretty okay here. As I said, this is orc, so or sorry, he's a lizard, so he will be making the varangis, and they are a little bit stronger than our dwarf warriors. I believe they have 300 HP and 20 attack, but they I think have only 1 armor, so it will be quite balanced. But I think he will be a little bit stronger. But of course, we have much faster unit production, and also he didn't even start yet, so that should be also okay. And here the fallen is attacking this beast, so I think we should be okay because they will be fighting against each other. Here we have dwarves against this is probably outlaws. As you can see, he's going for the Valkyrie beacon, so he will be making some Gerents. And here we have just a normal empire against another lizard. So as you can see, here is the Varangi, 300 HP. It's actually a combined damage, so you have swing and poison. That's pretty useful against the ghosts because, as you might know, they take only 10% damage from physical. So since we have the combination, the Varangi is actually pretty versatile. Here I believe this is Orc and he's playing against the Thieves, so that should be also an interesting match. And the last two are here where we have the elves against ghosts. And as you can see, the ghost is actually playing the little bit different strategy when he's making the dark elves, let's say, with shadow walkers, and then I believe he will make some nightmares. And he's actually not making the ghost units. So I think this strategy is way weaker, but of course at least we'll see something different here. As you can see, I also already made first ranged unit. That's the dwarf shooter. Of course he's a little bit weaker than the dwarf warrior, but of course he's ranged, so you can have lots of them and they will be able to shoot all at once. Also I upgraded to Stone Keep, so as you can see I'm going for the Gnome Workshop and Temple. In Temple we will be able to make some Dwarf Priests. They have also some damage. The healing is I think a little bit stronger, but of course they don't have the other abilities. They have only healing, so normal Priest can buff your units. You can just heal and damage with the Hellcaster, that's the Dwarf Priest. Also we are making the Hellblade here, that's another ranged unit, so you don't have only the Dwarf shooters. We can also make the Dwarf, the Hellblades. They are a little bit stronger of course, also more expensive, as you can see it's over 200 gold and quite a lot of gems. And another difference here is that the dwarf shooters have physical damage, pierce, and here is the Hellblade and he has fire damage. So again, if I was playing against the ghosts and they were actually making any ghosts, I could just make some Hellblades and totally destroy them. But of course if he made Lich Mages, which have the magical damage reduction, then like dwarf shooters would be much more useful here. Also I'm going for the Gnome Arc because I want to expand early into this middle location. And yeah, here is the enemy that I talked about. He's making some of those Varangis, and he also made few Goblin Lancers. They have pike damage. I think we don't have any increased damage received from pike. As you can see, I'm just taking normal damage from everything except the Hellblade. He's taking 5% less from magical. I mean 5% is like nothing. I already expanded here, but as you will see soon, I think the orc or the beast, one of them, will come here and expand also on the right side. So we will have to fight over this spot. If we take a look here, I think nothing too important happening anywhere. Yeah, he's already making the Gerents as I mentioned. This guy, dwarf as well as me. He has like similar army to me. He has a little bit more units, but of course I already expanded, so we'll have a little bit stronger economy than him. So I think we are kind of balanced here. Yeah, we ran out of population here. And here, as you can see, the Hellcaster has 15 damage, that's the priest. And if you just, that's one important thing, if you just attack move with the whole army where you have the Hellcasters, it will be a little bit random if he starts shooting the enemy or healing, because I actually changed the range on the abilities, so you have a little bit longer range on the heals. So if you just attack move with damaged army, the Hellcasters should just stop and start healing before they start attacking your enemies. But sometimes if you have like full HP army, they will just start shooting, like as you can see here. So then you have to manually start healing your units. But you can easily keybind that, so it shouldn't be too big of a problem. So as you can see, just attacked me here. We are actually kinda dying because we had quite a lot of units. But I will just use my villagers here and eventually we will be able to defend ourselves. Also you have to keep in mind that those are just Goblin Lancers. They are pretty weak, so it's not that strong army. Also we have the Temple heal here. We have lots of ranged units, so we were able to make them retreat. Also, I made one outlaw dwarf. That's our stronger melee unit. He's on the position of pikeman, and as you can see, he has over 500 HP, quite a lot of damage and armor, and also the damage is physical, because the damage of our baseline unit, I mean the dwarf warrior, is actually fire. I changed that to fire so you can more easily fight against the ghosts, because your baseline ranged unit is using physical damage, so I changed that to fire on the warriors. But here you have another melee unit, and here you actually have the physical damage. So also another good tip, I think. Here the Fallen is kinda destroying him, but I mean he has some wyverns or worms, so he should be okay. And here, as I said, the beast expanded as well, so my response to this will be just making some towers, and I will just destroy him. Also, the Empire towers have longer range than than totems, so I will just make some towers here in a while, and they will just destroy all the totems here, the stronghold, and all the minions. So we will just destroy him with towers. You will see that in a moment. Here the Fallen is just attacking once again. I think he will eventually destroy the beast, because he has quite a lot of units. And yeah, here you can see he's just attacking me with some minions, but of course the tower will kill all the minions pretty easily, and then I will just repair it. Yeah, so the Fallen retreated, and here we can see that Empire actually killed lizards, so this will be the first one to die. And also here orcs lost 2 thieves, so we have actually two AIs dying right away. Here are the dwarves, still quite... Yeah, he has a larger army than me, but as I said, I'm still expanding here, spending some resources on the towers, so I think it's still pretty balanced. And I mean, he's not really in danger right now, they are just few Garants. Here on top, as I mentioned, he's also making some nightmares together with the Shadow Walkers. And here is the elves. As you can see, he has quite a lot of elder phoenixes, and they are pretty strong in offense. And also he has a lot of elf sentinels, yeah, priests, so I think he will be pretty okay here. Yeah, as you can see, I already have the guard tower here on the middle. Of course, I don't have range to shoot him from here, but we can make more towers here. They will be protected with those towers, and then I will destroy it in a second. So yeah, I think the beast will be dead here in a second as well. Orc is already dead, lizards as well. And here, yeah, actually the ghosts attack the elves, but they have no chance probably, so they will just have to retreat here. I actually don't know if they take more damage. Seems like they are taking normal damage and nightmares. They are taking more damage from pike. So maybe this is pike damage, yeah. Those elf guards are dealing more damage to nightmares, so they will die just immediately, I would say. So probably the ghost will be dead here also, and elves will probably win. Yeah, Fallen also won there, and now this will be interesting where everyone will go, because of course they can take an expansion here and here. As you can see, the Empire is probably going this way, so also the Garants actually defeated those dwarves, so probably if the Empire attacks the dwarves here, they will just lose. Also, I'm attacked right now. As you can see, I have multiple of those outlaw dwarves and quite a lot of ranged units, so we should be pretty okay here. I have the scout tower here, so I can actually spot the strider, because of course he's invisible if he's not moving. Also he has a sneaker here, so another stealth unit. But again, I was able to defend myself, and I'm making another outlaw dwarf. And here I just have all the guard towers in the middle. I'll probably start building more towers in a second.
Upgrade complete, my lord.
As you can see, also the other players are expanding here. Here we have the thieves in the corner. He just won here. He could take this expansion, but he decided to take this as well. So he will have really strong economy. Also, this guy, as I said, he defeated the dwarves, but now the empire will actually finish him. But I mean, he should be okay. And he also took an expansion here. And then here we have the orcs, so they actually lost there, but they didn't lose yet. They expanded to the corner, so probably we'll also have to fight those guys in the end as well. And here actually the Fallen is expanding here.
Upgrade complete, my lord.
Maybe he will fight him. I mean, he will fight the
Upgrade
thieves, but
complete,
probably
my
not
lord.
because he doesn't have too many units. And thieves actually have pretty strong army here. There they have the
Building
Father
complete, my lord.
Julianus, which
Building
is
complete,
the
my lord.
strongest priest in this mode of the game. Yeah, they have, I don't remember the numbers, but the healing
Building
value
complete,
is
my lord.
actually way higher than the normal priests have, or possessed priests, or hellcasters. Okay, so the game actually dropped as I said in the beginning. So we'll just continue watching the replay without the Full HD mode. As you can see, I just fast it forward to about the same time as we were before, and yeah, we'll just continue it this way.
Upgrade complete, my lord.
Of course, as I said, in the next games with other races, we will just not play 12 players, which obviously just crashes the game with the Full HD mode. I still didn't figure out the problem. Sometimes I can play like 1 hour game and nothing happens. Sometimes it just drops after 10 minutes. So there is probably just some problem with the Full HD mode if you have like too much information, because of course this mode consists like maybe 50 morph triggers that are just in cycles all the time with no delay. So of course it's probably a lot of information for the game, and together with the Full HD mode it just sometimes crashes. And of course obviously also it will crash the replay as well, so this is not the solution. Of course, if you saw the last video, I had like hour-long game as orcs, and we watched it with the Full HD mode, but it was just luck, I would say. Also, I played the game on my laptop, where I have actually Windows 11, so maybe that might be another difference. Here I have Windows 10 on my computer. So usually on the laptop with Windows 11, the game also takes a little bit more time before it drops. So maybe another difference. But I actually also tried to play one game before this as Dwarves on my laptop, and it crashed as well, probably after like 20 minutes. So yeah, that's also not like a reliable thing. But yeah, definitely I can see the difference. That on my laptop I can play much longer games than here before it crashes, so maybe also the computer has some effect on that. Yeah, so just everything together. Yeah, you have the computer with operation system, then you have the Full HD mode, then you have all the triggers running all the time, and also the replay. So yeah, like everything together, something from that will probably just crash the game. So I will just change the format as I mentioned, so we'll be just playing with less players in the future. I mean the main objective or point of those videos is to show you the new races I made, so it doesn't really matter if we have like 10 or 11 enemies against us, or we have only like 4 or 5. So of course now let's get back to the video, so we just don't talk about the crashes. Here, as I mentioned, we will build the towers, so I already have them here. As you can see, I was able to destroy the totems with them, while they had no range for me. So I easily destroyed them, and now I destroyed the fortress as well here. I mean stronghold. So we have it clear, and now I can also expand to this mine, and we'll have even more resources. Here I'm just stacking some units, as you can see, outside from the baseline ones that I already talked about. We have two new more here. First is the Lockmorn Bone Splitter. As you can see, I have it in Czech right now because I have the non-full HD mode version of the game in Czech, so don't care about that. But of course, for example, if we hover with our mouse over here, we will see the names that I actually wrote there in the editor, so they are in English, and you can see that's the Lockmorn Bone Splitter. Uh, he is on the position of the knight, and as you can see, he's really strong. He has 1200 HP, 50 damage, and yeah, I think this is bash damage in English, and like 4 armor. He's also getting some aura. I'm sorry for that noise. He's also getting some armor aura. Maybe he's actually creating it. I don't really remember. Probably yes. He's probably creating the armor aura and giving it to all other minions here. And also we have the demonologist here, and he also has aura. This is the aura for attack speed. So you have two auras here to just buff your whole army. And of course, this will be the main melee unit that is like super tanky. He, as you can see, also has 90 mana, so he has an ability, and the ability will actually summon a stone golem. That's also a pretty strong and tanky unit. So yeah, this is like the main strong unit here. And then we have the demonologists. They are also melee. That might be something you might not expect, but they are melee and they are not so tanky. I mean, 600 HP is not like super low, but in the end game, when you have a lot of damage, they will actually die pretty fast and easily. So if you want to maintain the aura, just keep at least one of them in the back so they don't all die. Also, they have some mana, as you can see. You can summon those rats, huge rats, with them, and they are really fast. They have also physical damage, and here we have the earth golems that I summoned with the Lockmorns. So as you can see, the thieves didn't even fight me here, because once I summoned all the units, my army grew like time twice in the strength, so we just got scared away. Also, elves really cleared everything here, so the left side is just empty right now. Also on the bottom, both of these players got destroyed. And then here we have the Fallens. They will just probably attack the thieves here, but of course it was the thief that was in my town right now,
Upgrade
so he
complete, my
just
lord.
got totally destroyed. Here he has like one last unit, so he will probably have some big problems pretty soon. And then of course we have the lizards right here. He doesn't have too much units, but yeah, he still has at least something. Probably the elves will finish him pretty soon. Okay, sorry, that was a Discord noise. If it happens again, I will just mute it. Uh, Here you can also see that I took the second expansion in the middle, so we actually have even more resources here. And also the beast, or I mean the orc, that lost on this position in the beginning and then expanded
We must
here.
build more farms, my
He
lord.
also took this expansion as well, so right now he's not playing in the middle, but he has two expansions and he will be able to make probably quite a lot of units here. As you can see, he's just spamming some harpies here. That's like probably a bug, but it might be actually pretty annoying because of course harpies can attack With 21 damage, they can attack flying units. So if I make some arcs or something
Building
and try
complete,
to
my lord.
destroy him, I might actually have some problems with those RPs.
Building complete, my
And of
lord.
course, he will have probably much more population. We
Building
can watch
complete, my
here.
lord.
Yeah, he only has like 66 population filled up with those harpies and minions. So he will have much more units in the future probably. So what's happening here? Seems like the lizards tried to be a little bit more active here, but of course they stand no chance. As you can see, the elves have like all those strong ranged units leveled to level 5, so they are even stronger. And I believe they also gain a lot of speed. Yeah, this is not increased speed right now. They are just actually running this fast because at level 5 they get like I don't know how big speed bonus, but yeah, it will increase their speed, and those units are already super fast even if they don't have the level 5. So yeah, this is pretty mobile army. I mean, the only slow part here are the priests. uh, Also, the thieves are trying to do something here. Fallen is just walking here. He's not doing anything interesting. And here we have the beasts. Yeah, here is some great army. Uh, I mean, grey. They just got neutral after losing here somewhere. I think that was the Empire down here with purple color. And I mean, right now nothing interesting is really happening. RPs will just fly away here. Then we have the thieves. I mean, if he attacks, he will just get totally destroyed because, I mean, this army is like really strong. Maybe even I would have some problems with it. And as you can see, I have quite a lot of units. Uh, we are actually getting some
Building
micro
complete,
lags
my lord.
here. I hope it will go away.
Building complete, my lord.
We will wait for a while.
Building complete, my
As you
lord.
can see outside of the flying units, all the
Complete, my lord.
phoenixes, he is also making some white eagles. So that's another unit. Also, the white eagles have levels, so we can actually increase the level up to 5 and get another aura. It's the same aura that you have on the Valkyries, so I believe that's like just some speed aura or something, but of course every aura is good, and actually we consider that he would have another speed aura, then I don't know, like the speed of those units would be so huge. It would be actually hilarious. As you can see, just walking over him, he'll probably just destroy him easily here. Lizards are doing the same thing that the Fallen is doing here, so they are just walking, not attacking anything. But of course, as you can see, there are just two armies around my town, so if I attack one of them, the other one would attack me. So I just can't really do anything here. But of course, I don't really mind since I have like 3 mines. Yeah, since I have 2 expansions, so I will have lots of resources. I still have some population. I also tried something here with the miner team. Probably nothing really worked out for me here, but I'm just increasing my army in size and strength, so I'm pretty okay here. As you can see, they have just totally destroyed him, and he leveled even more of his units to level 5, so even stronger army. As you can see, the orcs are actually making some orc champions here. Of course, that's a ground unit, so I don't really know what he's about to do here. Uh, he just probably got a little bugged. That sometimes happen if they just have those expansions in the corners. Maybe it's not like the best map for this mode, because if they just got stuck somewhere, they won't do anything. But of course we could also consider him dead after he lost his main city here. Uh, and then we'll just finish him in the end. It's not a big of a deal. Yeah, so the enemy, the thieves that were here are just dead right now. He still has the expansion here, but
We're under attack.
again, it won't be like too important. I will just finish it in the end. Here I just try something with the minor team, but as you can see, I will just get destroyed by the tower. I didn't actually expect it this quite long range, so that was my mistake. But I will just go away easily and try it somewhere else. Also, lizards actually attacked here on elves, so I will probably just take my army pretty soon and attack the beasts. Also, maybe fallen will attack here. So actually, everyone just started moving right now. Also, elves had to retreat here so they can defend their expansion. I don't know if they will get there in time. Yeah, he just stopped right now. But of course, he can just rebuild it afterwards. He has quite a lot of resources. Also, the thieves have a lot of resources. Green one as well. I don't know what he's doing here. Yeah, this is definitely bugged because he has like 6,000 resources and he doesn't even have a barracks or anything. So
Upgrade complete, my
he just
lord.
got stuck a little bit. Uh, and yeah, I was just force him away once again. And as we can see, Fallen's actually totally destroyed the beast city. Of course, he was not defending it, but to be honest, even if he was, he would probably just get totally destroyed because he has some beholders here, Avengers, like everything, really combined army from all units, and it seems pretty strong.
Building complete, my lord.
I still didn't move here,
We're
but
under attack.
of course elves are coming here once again,
Building
so
complete, my lord.
there are just all the time two enemies around me and I can't really do anything. But also I still have some population, so I'm not in a rush. I tried it once again here with the minor team, but even
Complete, my
though he
lord.
doesn't have any towers here, I will still get destroyed by the peasants. So this will probably not be the way. I will just have to use the gnome arcs.
Our
As you can see,
forces
I'm
are under
already
attack.
creating some of them here in the gnome workshop. Uh, Also, elves are expanding here. They don't have too much gold left here, but I don't really know why they decided to leave this. After they
We're
got
under attack.
destroyed, they could just retake it instead of this. But obviously he got quite angry after the lizards destroyed this expansion, and he will just avenge himself here and destroy the lizards. So we'll have only two last big enemies, and those will be the elves and fallens. Also, I have to, of course, finish this guy. He has few units, but all I really need to do is just
Research complete, my
destroy
lord.
this town right here. Uh, Here, I mean, he is just going somewhere in the gaseous form. That's the orc. He's still making more orc champions in both of his expansions, but we don't really have to worry about that right now. Thieves are also making some buildings here. This guy here still does nothing, and here we might have interesting fight between the fallen and elves, but maybe he will just retreat, we'll see. Lizards, they still have one more expansion here, but I don't know how many resources they have. Yeah, like 3,000 gold, so he might actually do something still, but I'll probably finish him. Yeah, the elves are actually not even fighting him, but Fallens also, so this is still a pretty interesting situation. They are both just moving. Only the Avengers are actually attacking here, so few units will die, but we don't have the opportunities to see like big fight here. And also I decided to finally move here, so as you can see I just scared him away, and right now I will probably just go in a moment somewhere. Right now I'm just sorting my groups because we have quite a lot of units, so there's probably like 4 groups here right now, so I have to divide everything. As you can see here, you can see what I'm actually selecting. So I'm just sorting out my army. Here I have some more units, and I also prepared some of those gnome arcs so we can actually go to the corners. Uh, Nothing too interesting here still. And actually, Beast helped me here a little bit because he decided to finish the lizards here. Uh, and seems like the harvesters of the fallen will just finish those buildings. So yeah, I think lizard is done right now. Uh, Elves are still probably the strongest ones here. We'll see what he's going to do. He's just chasing one matriarch here, so that's like not really good or anything. But I mean, they are just giving me time to finish this one. Yeah, these are all the expansions. I mean, this orc is actually pretty active. I mean, he ran
Our
out of
forces are
gold
under
here, but
attack.
he has like 4 or 5 expansions. This actually seems like it's only the beast expansion, not the orcs. But still, he has quite a lot of mines, so he'll probably have a lot of resources. And he also has the most population, or I mean not most, but he has quite a lot of population filled up, so he might still be a small problem. But of course he's just stuck in the corners with few units that I will have to destroy. Seems like elves are actually attacking here, so we'll see how that goes. Of course, he has some of the stalkers and everything, so he destroyed the flying units pretty easily. But I mean, this is like actually so strong, especially when he has all the level 5s here. That I think if he decides to attack him, he will just win, I think. Seems like the wyverns here attacked me, killed maybe something, but yeah, I will just remake whatever died. And seems like I have full population, so maybe nothing even died here. Uh, Elves are just regrouping here, and I think... I mean, he would probably destroy him if he attacked, but he seems kinda scared. So maybe I will have to finish it, but of course I'm first going for the beast here. As you can see, his army was somewhere here on top, so I decided to take this longer way and just force him down back to his town. Uh, if he decides to fight me, I will just destroy him. I think we should have no problem here. I have full population of dwarves, which is pretty strong. Also, don't forget that I have all the abilities, so all the demonologists and lockmorns have summon abilities, and actually the demonologists have so much mana that you can actually summon 2 of those threats, basically with just the small gap of the cooldown of the spell, and it's like maybe 5 or 10 seconds. So we'll have a lot of more units, and as you can see, he realized that and just started retreating. So we'll destroy this, but of course don't forget that he has one more expansion down here, so the army won't go grey immediately. I will have to go there as well. And as you can see, the elves just destroyed the town and forced Fallen to retreat to his last expansion. This guy is still stuck,
We're
and
under attack.
this one as well, so they are just dead basically. Uh, Here I just attacked, I summoned some of those earth golems, but of course he is not fighting me with his army, he just kinda retreated. So it's just about destroying the buildings, of course, not getting killed by totems, and that should be pretty okay here. Uh, I think the army of dwarves is pretty strong, but I still prefer the orcs army more, that you could saw in the last video, because you have even stronger summon abilities, I would say. Uh, yeah, you can summon the big demon, Bel Sherakan, or what's the name, and also the small ones. So I still prefer that playstyle a little bit more, but I think this is also one of the strongest armies that you can make. Yeah, so orcs and dwarves pretty strong factions. Yeah, and I also like elves because they are not really relying on any abilities or something. You just make lots of those ranged units, and they will be super powerful, especially after you upgrade them like this. Yeah, and also you can make just priests to buff them, and also you have druids. So I also like elves as well, but maybe they are a little bit weaker than like orcs or dwarves. And of course, then you have like ghosts, which are maybe even stronger. But of course, it really depends on the enemy that you are fighting as ghosts. Because if you are fighting something with just physical damage, and you have a lot of ghosts and deep elf ghosts, you will just, I mean, deep elf spirits, you will just walk over them because they will be dealing like 10% damage to you. But if he actually makes army that will counter your units and target right things, then it will be just maybe not so strong. So yeah, so the ghost army is really depending on the enemy you are fighting, but yeah, it's probably also one of the stronger ones. Here I just finished the city. I just targeted the last building. It was Arena, I believe, and I didn't really care to kill all his units. It was just waste of time, waste of units and resources. And here, as you can see, they actually fought. So elves lost lots of units here, but they managed to destroy him. He will just finish some of those last units, and after that we will just have to just kill the rest of this army. So I don't think this is really important to watch the last bit here, so I will just speed it up a little bit, maybe like 4 times right now, so we can just see how we finished it, but nothing too important is going to be happening here, I think. So yeah, here just some hive spitter. I will probably go here for the expansion of orcs. He's going with gaseous form somewhere again. I mean, he's pretty annoying. He's just spamming all the expansions here, making some units on his little isles, like doing and not doing anything. But it will be super annoying to finish him. So I'm not too happy about him. Here I will just destroy the rests here. I will also probably summon all the units here. I will maybe slow it down a little bit. Yeah, here we have all the earth elementals and reds. So as you can see, the army is like twice as big right now after I summon all the units. And we will just destroy the buildings. Elves took care of the rest. Here is just one last expansion. And here I actually took few of my units from my home, and I I transported them to the corner with the gnome arc. So we will just destroy him here while we are fighting with our main army in the middle still, so I don't waste more time in the end. I think I will also try to go here and destroy this one, but of course this guy has a lot of units here, so I will have to somehow get there with my main army, so they will be a little bit more problematic. But of course, while I'm still destroying all those rests in the middle, yeah, here is also the army of elves. I'm just using the time to use some more units to destroy those basically undefended expansions of those other players who already died in the middle. Fallen is still trying something here, but even if he expands here, I will just easily destroy him, maybe with those units as well, and we should be pretty okay. I'm also running out of the gold mines here. Yeah, 2 of them are empty right now. I have just like 300 gold more here, but as you can see, I have almost 14,000 gold saved up, so we should be pretty okay here. Elves got a little bit stuck here. I don't know why he is not finishing him here, but as I said, he also expanded here, so I will have to go with some more units there. I will speed it up a little bit again.
Building complete, my lord.
And here I actually think will be one more bug where the elves won't actually fight me. They will just get stuck and I will just destroy them. So we won't see even the last big fight here.
Our
But
forces are under
I mean,
attack.
this is something that happened to me multiple times, even in the past when I was not playing this mode. It's just something with
We're
the
under attack.
AI in Armies of Exigo that sometimes they are just not fighting properly. Sometimes they just got stuck on one place for like 20 minutes. Those are just normal problems for Armies of Exigo, so
Our
I
forces
wouldn't
are under
really
attack.
say it's something to do. It has something to do with this mode. Yeah, as you can see, just standing here, not even attacking me. I don't really know, but I mean, we would still win this. I could
We're
just
under
summon
attack.
all the units and totally destroy him, I think. So I will just speed it up
Our
once
forces are
again,
under
since
attack.
he's not even fighting. Yeah, here I will just do the fastest speed to destroy this town. Also, as you can see, I'm destroying the corner here. Maybe I lost one unit, but we were easily able to destroy this as well. And yeah, even more units stuck here. He's also expanding. But I'm just destroying the last bits here. And we have like 15 more percent of the replay. And that's because of
Our forces
orcs
are under
here,
attack.
because it will be actually pretty difficult to destroy them there. But of course, first we have to finish elves right here, so
Our
max
forces
speed,
are under attack.
and right now it's just about the corners. So first thing I tried here is taking those units and actually just trying to fly there and destroy them with this. I don't know when, but yeah, right now. The main problem was that I didn't realize right away where those harpies that will just go here and totally destroy it. So it was not really good attempt, and of course the totem I destroy he will just immediately rebuild because he has quite a lot of resources still. So this was not the way to do this. So I actually just made, or actually I had those arcs, so I just used those arcs to transfer some of my units there. So of course I took some of those stronger units and some range units, also some healers. And of course the main thing is to take the stronger units so we can actually summon more units that will tank some damage. Here we actually just use the confusion ability with his harpies on all my units. So right now I'm actually doing nothing, but I mean they are pretty tanky, so they didn't get killed, and now I
Our
can just
forces
heal
are under
myself
attack.
with the Hellcasters. Uh, Here is also attacking my arcs with some harpies, but I will just destroy them with with rest of my army. And I mean, he has some units here, but we should be pretty okay. And I think he will also not really
Forces are
fight me
under
here
attack.
with like all units at once. Maybe one or two of them will fight me
Our
here,
forces are under
or he
attack.
is not fighting at all actually. So I will just destroy this, and then we'll have the last part right here. Here he will
Our
actually
forces
attack
are
me, I
under
think.
attack.
So we'll have one more fight here, but this I will just fast it, speed it up, so we don't waste any more time here. After that I just filled up my arcs once again, and I actually made a few new here, so we have even more of them. Maybe I'm making... No, I already have full population almost, so I will just use all those arcs and we will get to the middle. He's also trying to build something here. Actually, I can destroy this. That's the hell something, I don't remember the name, but it's the last building of beasts, and it's actually taking 0 damage from fire, and since this unit has only fire damage, it's just immune to this damage, so I can destroy this with this unit. I just have to send some outlaw dwarves here with the physical damage to destroy this building. And right now it's just about the corner right here. So I filled up all my arcs. Actually, two of them are left here because I didn't have that many soldiers. And I will just fly up here because there are no totems and the units are here, so it'll take them some time to get there. And I will just drop all my units here and fight him, so we can speed it up a little bit. And once we drop, we'll watch the fight. So as you can see, he's trying to fight me here, but uh, he has all the buildings in his way. And since he has only melee units and I have so many ranged units, I'm totally okay right here. And I'm tanking all the damage with the summoned units as well. So this is actually pretty okay. So yeah, he just got totally destroyed, but even if he had like more space to fight me, I mean, this is a really strong army. He would stand probably no chance against me. Maybe down here he will just maybe kill one of those Lockmorns because he was attacking him with like 5 of his units. But yeah, not too big of a problem. So I will just speed it up so we can finish him, and then we will watch the results. So it was pretty nice game. Of course, I'm sorry for the crash. So we had to watch it in a non-full HD mode, but as you can see, it was 59 minutes long game. So yeah, this is a little bit too much for the game. So it sometimes just drops. Of course, we still have it in Czech, so I will try to translate it, but you probably remember where everything is. So here we have all the scores. This is the overall score, resources, buildings, and units. So yeah, I was of course everything best here, but the units were actually pretty close with the elves. We can actually take a look on the units here. As you can see, he had way more units than me. This is the amount of units, and this is kills. So as you can see, I killed more units than him, but he was actually also pretty good in this. Those are the units lost. So actually, Fallen lost the most, but of course he has lots of those little hive stingers or something. So that's probably the reason why he lost so many units. And of course all of them died, so all of their units usually had to die uh, while I was just waiting there defending myself against two of them from two sides, and then I just finished everything in the few last minutes, so we didn't lose too many units. And here is the biggest army. So as you can see, actually the orc was the one with biggest army, and that was the one in the corners with all those melee land units. And here are the experience. So actually, as you can see, this is the reason why he had basically all units at level 5, because he was getting so much experience. Of course, he killed so many units, but we still managed to overcome him even in this one. Then we have the buildings. This is the amount of built buildings. As you can see, Fallen's actually had the most. Maybe he was spamming some towers or something. Then we have destroyed buildings, so that was also quite even, but I still was ahead here. And of course, lost buildings. I lost 3 buildings somewhere, don't even know where. And those are the researches. So of course, the original races have more researches available. I probably upgraded everything I could, and it was still like only 4 upgrades. So we can't really take this too seriously. And of course, those are the thieves. They have some more upgrades available because they apply to crossbowmen. So I just kept them there. So I mean, it's really irrelevant in this mode to look at the upgrades. And here we have the resources. So the mined gold still the most, but Fallen and orcs spent more than me. Also elves. Then we have the wood. I actually harvested the most wood because I ran out of all the gold mines, and I didn't really want to expand anymore because I had a lot of saved up gold. As you can see, the difference is like 14k gold between what I mined and what I spent. So I had a lot of gold. So I just used all the villagers to harvest some more wood. So we had lots of wood. We also spent the most, and as well gems. Only the orcs actually spent more gems than me. So that's probably everything here in the results. I think it was pretty nice game. Of course, the unfortunate thing of watching it without the full HD mode was not too good, but as I mentioned, you don't have to worry about that. In the other videos, I will just play with a little bit less players, but we will be able to watch it in the full HD mode, which I think is more important. So that will be the solution to this problem from my side. I already have one replay ready, so I'll just record it and then I will probably try to play some live games once again, so we don't only watch replays. I think we should be able to play some live games as well if we don't play those big games. So yeah, that will be probably everything today, and take care, guys.